I'm Suzanne Bowen with Astracom and DIDX Media Channels. I'm here with the CEO of Avvasi. His name is Prgin. We're both at 4GWorld 2011 in October in Chicago. They are the only company in the world that can monitor the quality of video on mobile devices. No one can measure the end-user quality of experience, but this company can. So would you tell us a little bit about you and a little bit of background of Avvasi?
Sure, yeah. So my background is mostly in video infrastructure. Was part of a company that pioneered IPTV headends for DSL networks that was purchased by Cisco back in 2000. I was part of a company that actually started a company that pioneered the H.264 video standard, including the standardization process and the first silicon development. And now Avvasi, we're pioneering how video is going to get monetized over best effort networks, whether broadband wireless networks or broadband fixed networks as well. And one of the first technologies that we've developed is the ability to monitor quality of experience for OTT video at scale. So quality of experience monitoring for IPTV is a solved problem that has been done. But over-the-top video on best effort networks, that is a new paradigm. And yet that is what consumers are asking for. That is where they're taking the service provider. And the service provider has not built the infrastructure for video service delivery and to monetize. And one of the key ingredients in monetizing a service is being able to measure quality of experience, because quality experience ultimately has a high correlation to revenue and profitability. So that's what we have solved, and of course we're working on a number of other there's a number of other problems beyond measuring quality of experience that we're going to be releasing products along those lines in the coming months. But the quality of experience measurement piece is a very important piece.
And OTT video is something really important. I know that as a fact because, for example, my son entertains his children with YouTube videos on the smartphone, when they're acting up in any certain situation. Many companies are using their smartphones and video to share demo videos and testimonial videos, and even elevator speeches, that are on video with people at conferences and in meetings. And so it makes total sense that more and more are using mobile devices to watch and share videos, and somebody needs to do something about this to make the experience better for them, and obviously the operators and providers to be able to monetize the situation. And a company like Avvasi and your collaboration with 3 other companies, right?
That's right, yeah. And I just wanted to highlight your last point, which is Netflix is a huge use case. Today you can get Netflix integrated into a 50, 60-inch TV, a home theater. You can watch movies and TV shows, then pause them, resume that on your iPad or iPhone, take it out of the home. Very seamless 3-screen experience, which when you're in the home, the strain on the network is there, but not too bad. As soon as you leave the home on that 3G device, the cost of delivering that at a high quality changes completely. Yet you're still paying today $8 a month. And I don't think the cost of delivery, high quality, has been fully realized into that price model. So there is an ecosystem that needs to mature and come together and collaborate more to, as services like Netflix scale and they put more pressure on networks, there's going to be a need for more collaboration. And we see the spirit of collaboration happening across the ecosystem, and certainly within our own space. We have identified the concept of CONNEXUS as an ecosystem of vendors that enable service providers to basically increase the relevance in the OTT video value chain. So we recognize that we're a best-of-breed video infrastructure company for mobile and fixed wireless broadband service providers, but we also have to partner with a number of other companies to deliver a whole end-to-end solution. And so within CONNEXUS, we partnered as founding members with Broadhop, Spirent, and Compro. Broadhop is a policy-controlled company, and Spirent and Compro are test and measurement companies. And together we present a much more comprehensive solution for monetizing OTT video.
Okay. You said the growing gap between exponential bandwidth demand and shallow revenue growth is no secret, and OTT video is the primary driver. We've been talking about that so far in this interview, I know. Also, the VP of Network Research at Yankee Group said consumers are demanding a wide selection of broadcast quality video on any device, anytime, and they're willing to pay for it. So I was wondering if you maybe could share with us, what is the industry doing about this?
Well, right now, let's look at the industry as kind of two different camps. There's one camp that's decided, the service provider has built this great infrastructure, and we're just going to leverage and come over the top and make money, and we don't really care what happens to them. And that's the over-the-top players, the Netflixes and the Googles and the Apples. And then there's the service provider who is trying to innovate and go beyond just delivering voice services and basic web browsing, and is trying to deliver networks with broader capabilities that other people can come and use. But they have not developed a business model of how to build and grow those businesses profitably. And so now the two of them really need to start coming together. Now we're starting to see evidence of that happening. For example, Verizon struck a deal with Skype, that's public, and Skype as an over-the-top voice player, Verizon as a service provider, they came together to offer a better quality of experience for the subscriber and a partnership. Now Verizon has launched a CDN service, and they have brought HBO over their CDN, so that's been announced. So those are the early signs that there will be collaboration. But it's taking time. It's going to take time, and certain service providers are better positioned than others to do it. Depends on the geography and the particular strategy. But that is the key moving forward. Otherwise, there is a little bit of a thrashing between do you offer unlimited data plans and then disappoint the customer in quality of experience, or a surprise overcharge bill. Or do you put, data caps and, all of a sudden you start becoming too expensive and you start getting churn. So the market is still kind of going through that phase where, AT&T originally came with fairly unlimited plans, then they changed that. Now Sprint is coming in with, unlimited plans, and of course, at some point, unlimited plans work while you have more capacity than demand. As soon as the demand catches up, then you have to do something about that. So, going to a services model really is a good way of doing it, because whatever capacity you bring in should be paid for by the revenue that you're bringing in from additional services. So that's the ultimate goal of this collaboration is to align revenue and cost effectively, which is not aligned today for the service provider.
Now we are here at 4GWorld, and you will be giving a presentation today, Monday, October 24th, 2011 at 3:15 p.m. in what section?
We are, I believe, which section are we in?
Well, it's customer experience,
yes.
At least that, yes.
Yes, that's the Yankee Group customer experience.
Tell us a little bit about that. Well, that is so important. I mean, we talk about technology and so forth, but who is it that's spending the money?
So what we're seeing is service providers have a budget, and there's definitely an industry around revenue assurance, service assurance. But historically, that is centered around voice and data services. Now, what we're seeing today is with maybe 5 to 10% of the subscribers watching mobile video, it's generating 50% of the traffic. So the data service is effectively becoming a video service, kind of through a back door. And the service assurance platforms have not really evolved to assure video. And this is the QView product that Avvasi offers, basically does that service assurance of video. Now, what we're seeing as service providers are aggressively marketing 4G LTE, and here we are at 4GWorld, and there's every day you hear about a new LTE launch, more speeds, faster video downloads. Actually, our experience from the field tells us as the advertised speeds are getting faster, the quality of experience of the customer is suffering, especially for video. It's actually going down. It's going the opposite. So the opposite of the intended effect is happening. And the question is, why is that? The number of video users is growing at 40% year over year in the U.S. The usage per user is growing 20% year over year. That's according to Nielsen stats. And yet the capacity of the network is growing at a small fraction of that. So yes, the advertised capacity is growing and it looks nice on an ad, but not to the level that is required to maintain a positive customer experience. So we're going to be talking about this problem of, service providers are going out and aggressively marketing, but they're over-promising and under-delivering. And that's the challenge that they're caught in. Of you have to market 4G. You invested in 4G. You have to talk about it. You have to say, what can I do with 4G? Well, video. Yes, but you're not delivering the quality of experience. So how can you actually aggressively market that? It's going to catch up with you. And we can actually show service providers exactly what the video quality of experience is today and how it's trending over time. How does it differ on your 3G network versus your 4G network? Can you actually market 4G as a better quality of experience? Do you actually deliver on that? And I think a lot of service providers would be surprised at how they might want to tone down their message once they see their actual results of their network, because it's not as good as what they think it is. So, and again, it's until you measure it, you don't understand it. So that measurement is the first step.
What is it that you hope that providers will understand and realize? I mean, you made some good points right there, but in a nutshell, how is it that if they procure your services that they will be able to monetize?
So I think there are basically three steps. One, they have to build an infrastructure that can deliver video at a certain QoE that users will pay for. Number two, they have to use that capability to come to the negotiating table with content providers and advertisers to say, hey guys, we can do this, but that's going to cost you something, and let's do a business agreement that satisfies your requirements, our requirements, and the subscribers' requirements. And then number three, grow that business in a sustainable, profitable way that gets the user the quality that they want on the devices they want with the content they want, with a pricing arrangement that works for the whole value chain. So that's kind of the multi-step model that needs to occur. It's going to take time, there's no question about it, but you have to start somewhere.
Right. So tell us, please, other events that you may be planning to participate in the next year, and also how can people get in touch with you here at 4GWorld and also online? Sure,
yeah. In terms of other events, we are going to be at Broadband Traffic Management in London. We actually have a panel session there. That's in middle of November. And we are going to be at MWC in Barcelona in February. That's a big event for us. We're actually going to have a big presence there. In terms of getting in touch with us at the show, you can email us. Our contact information is on Avvasi.com, and that's probably the best way to do it.
All right. Sounds good. Appreciate it. Thank you. We've been listening to and talking with Mr. Prgin, CEO of Avvasi.
Thank you.